News Watch. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi with a detailed look at your Colorado weather forecast. As we take a look outside right now, we do have mostly sunny skies here in the Denver area. This will give way to some afternoon cloud cover and the chance for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms, especially well east of Denver. I think Denver, at best, we see, like yesterday, maybe a few raindrops, but even that seems unlikely at this point. Current temperatures, a lot of 60s and 70s on the eastern plains. This looks to be our warmest day of the week so far. But again, those dew points, just like yesterday, it is just too dry at the surface to support much of the way of rainfall. When you got those dew points in the teens and 20s, low 30s, it is too dry to get that rain all the way down to the surface with high-based showers and thunderstorms. So just think about that. When you look up at the sky today, like you did if you looked up yesterday at the clouds, those clouds were way up there. And that means the rain that falls from those clouds has to travel a long way down to the ground. And when it's this dry at the surface, unfortunately, it means a lot of that rain that does fall from the sky does evaporate before it reaches the ground and gives us some benefit. Now, where we could see some storms, this is going to probably be late tonight, would be from Fort Morgan on north and east. Exactly where we see this little batch of showers and storms sets on up will determine whether or not places like Sterling, Holyoke, Fort Morgan even get in on some stronger showers and thunderstorms, but there's the chance for the northeastern plains to get in some stronger storms later on tonight. That's thanks to a fast-moving little system that's moving its way through the Rockies right now that will reach us in eastern Colorado later on this afternoon and tonight. That could spur, again, maybe a few raindrops here in Denver, a gusty outflow boundary or two, a quick little burst of 40, 50 mile an hour winds in around the Denver area, but no real rain threat from those. But where we could see some rain and perhaps even some stronger thunderstorms would be far northeast Colorado tonight. Again, probably best chance from Sterling on north and east, where overnight we could see some of those storms moving their way into that region, and those eventually move their way on up into the sandhills of Nebraska. So another look at that outlook where we do have that chance for some of those showers and thunderstorms today. Temperatures rising up to near 80 degrees with some of those PM showers and maybe a rumble of thunder or two east of town, but it looks like wind will be our main threat from any showers that do develop, where we get that little burst of wind, we get some clouds, maybe a few raindrops, and that's pretty much it. Highs today, mid to upper 70s for most of the Front Range, and a few spots could touch 80 degrees depending on when that cloud cover moves on in. And we'll also, by the way, as we get into your day tomorrow, start to notice those winds ramp on up. Statewide, those winds are calm right now. Happy to say that, considering how windy this April has been. But tomorrow, different story with wind gusts revving on up into the 30 to 40 plus mile an hour range, especially across southern Colorado, and that's where you could see some increased fire weather danger. Those winds do back on off for most of Colorado by your Saturday morning, though the eastern plains hold on to some of those wind gusts, and by Sunday those winds generally fairly tame. Tonight, temperatures low 40s for us here in Denver. It's a mild overnight with 40s and 50s for those overnight lows across the eastern plains, and 30s and 40s on up into the mountains. Tomorrow, winds pick on up as we head through the day in Denver, with those highs much cooler than today's. Cold front arrives overnight. That will drop us down into the low to mid 60s for us, with some of those gusty winds kicking on in somewhere around noon, and those temperatures topping on out in the low to mid 60s for us. Could see an isolated shower or two tomorrow, but those winds picking on up as we head through the day, 15 to 25 miles an hour. Wouldn't be surprised if we get those a little higher than that. So the 7-day forecast, a bit of good news as we get into next week. Nice weekend. Then next week we get a couple chances for some light rain. Still a lot of differences in the computer forecast models, but hopefully that'll give us some relief from what has been an exceptionally dry and windy April. We are on pace for our driest April on record here in Denver, and barring something probably pretty unexpected between today and tomorrow, we will end with our driest April on record here in the Mile High City. And the new drought monitor, by the way, on in Denver and back in severe or moderate drought conditions depending on which side of the city you're on. But long story short here, folks, unfortunately our drought continues to get worse about 88% of Colorado is under some form of drought conditions, and about 47% of the state, about half the state right now, under severe or worse drought conditions. And unfortunately, again, unless we get some rain in here in the next few days, those conditions will not improve, but fingers crossed we get some rain in here next week. Meteorologist Danielle Grant will have a full update coming up at 9 News at noon, and Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin has details also at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 on the 9 News family of networks. I'm Meteorologist Chris Bianchi, and have a great rest of your Thursday.